Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do a very short sit down chit chatty video. I have about 10 minutes till I have to leave somewhere, but I wanted to sit down and film this video for you guys because I know a lot of you guys are going into college, a lot of you guys are getting jobs for the first time, a lot of you guys are going into the real world for the first time, college is starting soon, and also just whenever fall comes around, a lot of people like to press refresh, and especially with everything with COVID going on, it's like everyone just wants a fresh start. And so I decided I wanted to film this video and telling you guys my 3 biggest regrets in life that I wish I would have done when I was like out of high school, 18. I don't even know what I'm gonna name this. Maybe like my biggest regrets in my 20s so far or something like that, because I'm only 22 and I've been out of high school for 4 years now. Oh damn. Okay, I've been out of high school for 4 years and I have gone through a lot of trial and error. You probably have gone through a lot of trial and error. You're probably about to start. So I wanted to give you guys my 3 biggest regrets, maybe something that you guys can avoid, something that you guys can get a little bit of inspiration from, I guess. And so yeah, just very simple video today. So hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Jocelyne and I hope you guys can subscribe. Okay, so my first biggest regret, and one thing I tell everybody, anybody that I come encounter with that is a lot younger than me and I know that they're starting off, is saving your money. Okay, and I know this is like the typical adult thing that people say, and like, oh, older people always tell me to save my money and blah blah blah, and saying I can't use it. I'm not saying you can't spend your money, I'm just saying save something. I had been working since my junior year in high school and still working obviously, but I had been working from my junior year in high school, and from junior year to about my sophomore year of college, so until like I was like 20, I didn't save a dime, a penny, a nickel, a dollar, not anything. I had a savings account that was open, but I was constantly pulling from it. So let's just say I was very reckless with my money. I had a decent income as an 18-year-old. I was making a good amount of money, and then, you know, like, I just didn't save anything, and I regret it because the older you get, the more expenses you're gonna get. And I know that's kind of like, it sounds so like common sense, like, Jocelyn, that's common sense, but time slips by so quickly. And so my biggest regret is not saving a dime. I am 22 years old now, and obviously I think I just started saving like a year and a half ago maybe. I could have been in a whole other situation. I could have been somewhere else. And so this is me telling you, save your money, sweetie, even if it's like $10, even if it's like $5. Time goes by quick when you get older. And yeah, it's not a fun time to get to 22 and have zero. I mean, it wasn't a fun time to get to a place in your life where you really needed money, because life happens and you have nothing. So save your money. Like I said, I'm not saying to not spend, because I know a lot of people say like, don't spend your money, save it, and you don't have bills and how come you're not saving it and blah blah blah. But go ahead and have your fun, but also think about your future. Time is gonna come. I mean, time is going to slip through pretty quickly, and you don't want to be me at 20 years old and realizing like, hey, maybe I should have some savings. That's my biggest tip that I can give to anybody, is just to save your money, even if it's $5, even if it's $10. So yeah. And also with that, like, I wish I would have learned about stocks, and I wish I would have learned about investing myself and retirement and stuff like that. I didn't start applying money into my 401k until like 19ish, 19, I think I started putting money into my 401k. But I wish I would have started when I first got a job, and I didn't even invest into stocks and nothing like that. Like, I am learning, but I am here to teach you too. Like, you need to do this, okay? So invest yourself, invest your money, because life happens and unexpected times for money is probably going to be needed in the future. So just be very smart and mindful with your money. Have your fun, but think about the future and think about a rainy day. Okay, that's my first regret. Second regret is not pursuing my passions my love, what makes my heart go on fire, like. And honestly, this probably goes hand in hand with the whole money situation. I regret this so much because 4 years ago I started my YouTube channel. If you guys look down below, like, I started my YouTube channel and I had a very good engagement. Let's just say a good traction. Like, we were flowing. My subscriber count was going. I'm currently at 243 subscribers. So yeah, my subscriber count was going. I had gotten to like 100 subscribers within like 2 months or something, like ridiculous. Like, it was so quickly. My engagement on Instagram was going, although like I kind of regret starting, or whatever, but the point is, like, everything was going very good for me, and I let depression get to me. And I know depression and like mental health is a very big thing, and trust me, I've been there. So when I went through depression, I stopped because I let other people's opinions like affect me. And now here I am 4 years later, and I'm trying to get this momentum back, and it's so hard. It's so hard to get people to engage now because everyone's YouTubers now. Everyone is an Instagram influencer now, and it's so hard. And my biggest regret is not pursuing YouTube and not pursuing becoming a makeup artist. I love makeup and I love doing other people's makeup, but I never started it. I never had confidence in myself. And now I'm looking back at like my 18-year-old self, and I'm like, sweetie, you would have been great. Like, we could have done this, but like, ugh. So pursue your passions, pursue what makes your heart go on fire, because honestly, like, you only have one life to live, and time slips so freaking, time sucks because it's so fast. Like, time goes by so fast. So pursue your passions, pursue something that you really love and enjoy. I know I am so excited that I see the generation that's coming, you know, underneath me, and they're so like ready to pursue their life and pursue their passions. A lot of these Instagrammers and YouTubers, and they're starting businesses, and like they're business owners, and they're like investing into real estate, and like all these this younger generation is powerful. This younger generation is powerful, and so I'm so happy for you guys. But if you are not doing what your heart is like pumping you to do it, okay? You only have one life to live, and that's another big regret of mine. And I would just say the last regret, and this also has to do with mental health and just like my depression. I've suffered with depression, and I'm so glad God has placed my fiance in my life because he got me through it. He got through it with me. I dealt with depression and my mental health. I was in a very crappy place in my life. I gained a lot of weight, and I let go of myself, and I had no self-confidence. And I am okay. So my camera died, and I have no time to charge it, and I was on a roll. So like I said, I was dealing with depression and mental health, and I feel like the biggest reason why I went into depression and to mental health is because I was comparing myself a lot to other people. When I had started my YouTube channel, so did like 3 or 4 other girls start YouTube that I knew, and easily I started comparing myself to them. And they were gaining engagement, they're gaining traction, and they were like growing and all this stuff, and people were like so invested into theirs, and I compared myself so much, and it really put myself into a really bad place. And I was also dealing with just not knowing who I was and not trusting God, and I was just in a crappy place. And so my biggest regret is honestly caring about what other people think. I am 22 years old right now, and I think the biggest thing that I've learned so far is that, or at least the biggest thing I've learned so far about others, is just to take advice from those you trust. To not let anyone just in your heart, to keep your guard up. In one hand, I can count the amount of people that I trust what they advise me, and I trust what they tell me. And my biggest regret is not guarding my heart when I was younger, because I was 19 and depressed, and I don't even think like my family knew that. Like, I was just letting myself go, and I spent all my money, like I said, and that was because I was trying to give myself things that satisfied me very quickly. I was eating a lot because I love food, and I like anyone else does, but then I ended up gaining like 40 pounds, I think. I was weighing 160 at a point, and I'm 4'11", so you can only imagine how that weighed on me. And I was seeing a lot of people take off in their majors and like in school, and so my biggest regret is just not being excited for them and just doing me rather than being jealous of them and comparing myself. So thank God I am in a whole nother, like, if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now, and I'm in a whole other mental state now, and I'm just like, I've learned to cheer people on and to cheer myself on. And so this got very, like, you know, very quickly, but if I can save an 18-year-old from becoming depressed because they keep comparing themselves to other people that they went to high school with that they're probably not going to talk to ever again, I want to save that for you, because it's not worth it. Honestly, it's not worth it. Because other people don't suffer. Like, oh, you know, like, I put my whole mental health into a very vulnerable place. Oh, I put my whole mental health into a very vulnerable place because I compared myself so much that they didn't even know. Like, you know, the people that I was comparing myself to didn't even know. Like, they didn't even know that I was going through mental health. And so it's like, why did I let other people's successes bring me down? So this all kind of ties in together, honestly. The gist of like comparing myself to other people. And I'm not gonna say, like, I don't sit here and sometimes I'm like, oh, like so and so is getting this much subscribers. Like, I catch myself sometimes comparing myself to other people, and then like really quickly I snap out of it. Or if not, like, my fiance snaps out of it. Or if not, like, my parents like snap me out of it. Like, I have, thank God, I'm surrounded by such a support team that they know, like, hey, but that's not your lane. Like, you know, that's them and this is you. And so I'm not going to sit here and say that my life is perfect and that I'm like fully confident and stuff, but I'm working on it. And like I said, if I can save someone from going through a mental health or depression or whatever they go through because they let other people's opinions and harmful advices sometimes and what their successes are, you're gonna see people out of high school that are going to just take off, but that's the path for them. And there's gonna be people that are going to gradually take off, but that's the path for them. And just focus on yourself as much as you can. Okay, I think I'm ending this video here because one, I have to take off, and two, because I don't want to make this long. I just want to get you quick to the point. I want to get you thinking. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something from this. If you guys have any questions, if you feel like you're going through what I went through about, like, you know, comparing each other or whatever, or if you just like anything, like, honestly, if you don't feel comfortable talking about it here in the comment section, feel free to message me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram right here, or it will always be down below, but feel free to message me and let's talk. I just don't want anybody to do what I did. And I feel like, you know, obviously, even though I regret those things that have happened, I am still happy that it happened because I've learned and I've grown and I'm tougher now. But at the same time, I don't want other people to suffer as much as I did. So love you guys, subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video.